Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Karen Lavenderclothesline, and in today's video we're going to do a haul. You can see I've got a clothing rack behind me, but what you don't see is I have linens and shoes on the table next to me, and I also have this big piece of artwork. How great is this? So I found all of this the other day in Goodwill. I was there for about 6 hours and filled 2 carts, and this is part of the haul. I've got another full rack of stuff in the back. And yeah, so that's what we're doing today. I also wanted to say there is a slight chance I might be doing my first whatnot auction this Wednesday. I will announce it on Instagram and see if I can fit that in. I'm trying, guys. All right, hit that like and subscribe button. Let's get going. Let's do a haul for the things that I found one trip to Goodwill. Okay, so we're going to start with things on the table, but I might alternate between clothing and linens and shoes and all the things going on. The first thing that I'm going to grab, these shoes here. I have never heard of this brand, which doesn't mean a lot. I'm sure there are so many brands I haven't heard of. This is Blondo, and they make waterproof shoes. I thought these were really cute. It's almost like a suede sneaker bootie. Blondo, and they are waterproof. So when I saw them, I felt the quality. I paid $7.47 for them, and Blondo can do very well on eBay. That's where I check comps. I'm gonna say probably $30, somewhere around the $30 mark, and they're in great condition. So that is item number one. This item, I recognized the print right away. Somebody else had it in their cart, and I was like, oh, please put it back, please put it back. And I didn't think they did, and it was like 2 hours later, and I saw it sitting misplaced, just put on a shelf. And I was like, yes, this is Rachel Ashwell's Shabby Chic. Now, you cannot use the term shabby chic on eBay unless it is a true Rachel Ashwell, and that's what this is. A beautiful, beautiful duvet cover, double-sided roses print. And when I saw it right away, I knew it was Rachel Ashwell. She has a beautiful home store in Manhattan that I went to, if she still has it, went to years ago, and I was like, oh, everything is stunningly beautiful. And she also made for Target. I don't think they have that collab going on anymore. I'm trying to dig for the tag. This might take a while. I'm gonna have to shut the camera off so that I can show you what the tag looks like. So Rachel Ashwell sold for Target. I believe those tags, oh, I thought I almost felt it. I believe those tags had Target on it. This one does not, but that doesn't mean it's not. I think I found it. Okay, so what does this say? Simply Shabby Chic. That's all it says. It doesn't say for Target. Let me just make sure. So this could be her home store, or maybe it is Target and they didn't mark it for Target. I'm not quite sure, but I'm going to show you the tag. I paid $3.50. This one is all wash and line dried. I got my linens done the minute I came home from the thrift store. And just beautiful. So $3.50. I don't know what I'll get for this. I think this is a queen. I haven't even bothered to look. I'm thinking this is probably going to bring around the $50 mark, if not more. I'm going to check. I haven't checked on Rachel Ashwell in a while, but I know to pick it up because people love this. It's great for cottagecore, farmhouse, country, all the words that we use, and it's in beautiful condition. And now it's nice and clean. The next item that I want to talk about is this painting. Right away, I recognize this is a girl with a pearl earring, Vermeer. And I saw it sitting there. I knew it wasn't super high quality, definitely not an original. Wouldn't that be wonderful? And I said, that is so beautiful. It's such a mood painting. I'm going to pick it up. I paid $4.99 for it. And it was very hard to balance on my cart because my cart was filling up very quickly. This is what the back looks like. There was a paper backing to it and somebody took it off. It must have ripped. And you can see it's just a canvas. I don't remember what size this is. I did measure it because I already have it listed on Facebook Marketplace, local pickup, and I'll probably list it on eBay, local pickup too. So I think I have it listed for $55. And I'm pretty sure she'll do well. She might take a while to sell though, because in my area, I don't know that too many central Pennsylvanians are hanging vermeers or want to hang vermeers, but I'm convinced the right buyer is going to come along and I'll probably sell it for $50. All right, keeping with the linens theme, I saw this sheet. I'm going to open it up so you guys can see the print. And I thought, wow, who's making that? I didn't recognize it. It almost looks like a Tree of Life print. I don't know if I'm going to be able to stand back far enough for you. And I was very curious. I knew it was vintage, and I said, wow, who is making that? And then I found a tag, Mirabello, made in Italy. I don't know who Mirabella is, but once I see made in Italy and it's such a beautiful print, I went ahead and picked it up. Now I did take time to look to see if the fitted sheet and the pillowcases were there, but most times if you're going to find one sheet, it's going to be the flat sheet. You're not going to get the fitted sheet if you only find one. I unfortunately did not find the set, but I went ahead and picked this up. I paid $1.50 for it. How can you turn that up, right? Turn that down, turn that down, turn it somewhere. And I thought, okay, $1.50, I know I can at least get $10, probably higher. I will report back on Instagram on what this brings, because a lot of times the sheets that we're finding in the thrift stores are single sheets. And if it's a really good linen and people want it, I think you can make very good profit on it. So that is this item, and we're gonna go on to the next. All right, we're going to start on the clothing rack. I do have a few more linens, but in case you guys aren't into linens and you're waiting for the clothing, I don't want to keep you waiting too long. Fiber is flying all over. I just dusted. I'm going to start with this coat here. I pick up less coats than I used to. I used to buy a ton of coats, and then once shipping went up, went higher, I backed off a little bit on the heavier items. Now, yes, I could use UPS, but UPS will not pick up for free in my area. They want $14 a day to pick up in my area, and I'm not doing that. So I'm still shipping out USPS, that's the regular postal service, and sometimes I use Parcel Select. I do have an account with Pirate Ship and all the people, but right now I'm really trying to be aware of how heavy an item is. But when I felt this coat, I didn't care how heavy this was. This is so good. Beautiful, beautiful cashmere and wool coat. And when you look for a tag inside, put that down, I realized this is reversible. You can see buttons on both sides of the front. See that? No tags at all. When you find no tags, not that the tags are missing and you can see the telltale, but if there are no tags on the typical places, you know, inside or along the collar, you want to look in the pockets. That's where you're going to find the tags, especially for tailored items. So when I turned the pocket inside out, this is what I found. This is Bullock & James Loro Piana. Loro Piana is probably in my top 5 brands. What are the other 4? I love to find Filson, so it's Filson, Loro Piana, of course, leaving out the luxury brands like Versace and all of that. I love to find Johnny Was. Who else do I love to find? I'm trying to think. I should pick 2 more. I'm going to say probably Ralph Lauren Purple Tag. That is the highest level. And 5th, I don't know. I don't know which one I would want to find. But getting back to Loro Piana, if you ever get the chance to go into a retail store, Loro Piana, you want to go in. They have sweaters in there, women's sweaters, $3,000. I mean, it is such a beautiful luxury brand. And when you touch the item in the thrift store, right away you know this is something. So this is a wool and cashmere blend. Now I did find a tag in the pocket. I don't think that the tag is meaning that this was new. Made in Italy. You can tell Loro Piana is an Italian name. And just stunningly, stunningly beautiful. I did check for moth holes, because if you have wool and cashmere, moths will still eat that. 100% wool almost always has moth holes in the thrift store. You have to be really careful. If it's a blend, when the percentage of content of wool comes down, you have a better chance it doesn't have as many holes. Moths really love cashmere and they love 100% wool. This thing is stunningly beautiful. And what did I pay for this? Oh good, the tag is on it. I didn't process any of this yet. $10.25. So since I was looking at coats, I figured I would look at a few more coats. I haven't looked at coats for a while. And then I saw Vaco, Saks Fifth Avenue. Look how beautiful this is. You know what? I'm gonna try it on. It's not even my size. This is a gorgeous brown leather fringed, I don't know what to call it, Southwestern, Western. I think this is even a guy's, I'm not sure. No, it might be a woman's because the sleeves are not really that long on me. One of the ways you tell if it's a man's coat or not is how deep the pockets are. This seems to be a woman's coat. Look how beautiful this is. I'll stand back a little bit. Is this a great coat or what? And hopefully the tag is on it. I imagine I paid $10 for this one also. I love a coat like this. So I picked this up and I have not looked at Saks, Vaco for Saks in a long time. I think I sold, I'm gonna say it was a fringed coat again, years ago, and it brought about $400. So we're gonna see with this one, beautiful shape, and I was really excited to find this one. The next item on the rack is this gorgeous Fendi blouse. So it is their monogrammed blouse. This one is vintage. I'm going to show you the label for Fendi. Now a lot of times when you're picking up luxury items, you really have to be careful that you know how to tell fakes from genuine. This one is vintage. I recognize the tag right away. It has the inner tag that it's made in Italy, and it's the correct tag. Also, when you look at the seams, you want to look at how an item is constructed. If it's a luxury brand, every seam is going to be perfect. You're not going to see, threads hanging out. You're not going to see where when one piece of cloth meets the other, that the print doesn't match up. You want everything to match up, even the seams. So if the seam of the back hem is coming around and there's a side seam, you want to see that it continues in a perfectly straight line. There's no mismatch anything. Okay, so I paid $4.99 for it, and I would imagine it's not going to bring as high as you think. I'm thinking probably $30 to $40, something like that. Again, I'll report back when the Fendi blouse sells. The next item that I found, beautiful pants. This is Anthropologie. Look at these. They're like a harem pant. I want to keep these. I bet you it feels like you're wearing pajamas. And these are a size small. I paid $4.50 for them. Just beautiful. I would imagine these are going to bring at least $50. Okay, so I'm standing a little bit back from the camera because this camera magnifies everything, which is not always a good thing. Lily Pulitzer. Look at that print. Do we love a good Lily? Yes, we do. I still love this as long as they're the printed ones. Now, sometimes I will take a Lily solid color. Not as fun as the prints. These pants are a size small. Very fun to wear at the beach or just, I don't know, in Florida, if you're going on a cruise to the islands, all those fun things. And did I cut the tags from this? I think I paid $4.50. Tag could be inside. I might have cut them. And I'm not sure what these will bring. Probably 35, somewhere around there, 35, 40. 2 pairs of Lily shorts, and I'm gonna lot these together. Now I paid up for these, so I'm a little bit hesitant when $5.29. So it's gonna, and then, okay, I think it was senior day. Let's say I even paid $10 for the 2. I'm gonna need to get like $35 for the 2 just to make good profit and make it worth the time. All the care and the photographing and whatever, but the prints are good and I think they'll do well. Even though the size is tiny, I think these were a 2 or a 4. Let me see what size they are. Size 2, and I would always have the same size items be lotted together. I would never do a 2 and a 4. I would always make sure that the same person could wear both. This next jacket caught my attention, Savannah Jane. Who doesn't want to ride a horse in a rodeo on this thing? Could you picture the girl wearing this with the boots, with the fringe? How fun. Okay, so Savannah Jane, new with tags. Do I know what I paid for this? I'm thinking I paid around $10, between $8 and $10, you figure. This is the label. Now, not all Savannah Jane does well. If you see Savannah Jane and it's a plain blouse, you want to run a comp on it, don't think like, oh, Karen told me that Savannah Jane does well. I don't judge Savannah Jane that way. I judge it by how fun, trendy, and cute the item is and what condition it's in. This next top is Umgee. I think Umgee is Urban Outfitters. Don't quote me on that. I haven't picked up Umgee in a while. Beautiful velvet blouse. Again, new with tag. I don't know who donates this stuff, but yes, yes, please. And what did I pay? $4.99. Look at that burnt orange color. Is that not gorgeous? This is like the perfect fall top. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Again, because I haven't sold Umgee in a while, I'm thinking this is going to be probably at least 30 to 35. Free People. This is a lace cottagecore boho skirt, maxi skirt. And what did I pay? I paid $4.50 for it. This is not new. Looks almost like it's new. And I just fell in love with this. Big sweeping skirt. And what size is it? Free People 1, that is the model. Large, size large. So that should do quite well. And did I say what I paid? $4.50. I'm thinking probably 30 to 35. And we have another skirt. This one I paid $4.50. This is Anthropology. Look at that print again. And let's see what size this is. You guys always ask me, you gotta say the size. All right, let me see if it says inside, where is the tag? It is a small. I'm gonna show you the Anthropology label. So this is the house brand. This is Anthropology. Anthropology also carries hundreds of brands, but this one is Anthropology, and just beautiful. Look at that ruffle. Love it. Next up, I found some placemats and the matching table runner. I paid $1.50 for the placemats. How many did I even get? Let me see if I can do this. Separate it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like 5 of them, 6 of them. That was a good deal. Frank Lloyd Wright. You can tell right away his work. To me, this is very craftsman or prairie style. Beautiful. His architecture is so well known. I think he produced something like 850 style buildings or something. He was so prolific. He was also a writer. He had so many different hats, just amazing, but he's known for his architecture and his design. So, Frank Lloyd Wright, 1867 to 1959, that was his lifespan, and his linens and things like that. He has scarves, his prints are on a lot of things. They'll do well. This should sell through quickly. It won't earn a ton of money. So the $1.50 for 6 placemats, I'm guessing probably 30 to 40, something like that. And then I will sell the table runner separately. And what did I pay for that? Again, $1.50 for it. They're beautiful. They're in new condition and just really, really nice. I think somebody that is into the missions or the craftsman style will want these for their home. Okay, I found these 2 handmade crocheted, is this crochet? Crocheted afghans. Stunningly gorgeous. I couldn't believe my luck. These are phenomenal. Even with the damage that they have, I have no worries for this kind of work and this kind of pattern. I have sold, I don't even know if I've had one this beautiful. And you can see that it's a little bit threadbare in places or a little bit damaged in places. See that? It doesn't even bother me. Look how good this is. I'm going to stand back so you can really appreciate it. The colors are just stunning. I believe this is vintage. Again, this would be gorgeous in a craftsman style home. This would be gorgeous in any home. Boho, just so beautiful. And it's a very tightly crocheted piece. It's not that loose, loopy style. So I grabbed this. And what did I pay for this? I think they were $3.50 each. Yes, $3.50 each. Here is the other one. This one might need a little repair where 2 of the squares came apart, and I might enjoy doing that myself. I'm very good at mending. The actual yarn that this is made with is more of a heavy, what do I want to say, cotton, not string, but it's not the very light. You know when you pick up a skein of yarn and it's very lightweight? This is that heavier yarn. I'm not a needlework person, so I don't know what that's called, but it's very weighted, the blanket. Just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Now these two pieces I probably will not wash, and I will put that in the listing. 99% of my linens I am washing. More stuff flying in the air. Those I don't know if I'm going to. If I do, it will just be a cold water soak. So I will get the machine going, probably not even with soap. I will just soak them either cool water, or I'll look up what to use, maybe a woolite or something like that, and then just drain it. I'm even afraid to spin those. I don't think they'll fall apart, but Afghans or throws that beautiful, I don't want to take a chance of them getting damaged. So most likely I will not wash those, and I'll disclose it in the listing. No idea what I'm going to get. Probably going to put those on auction because I think they're that good. I'm thinking maybe over $100 a piece, and $3.50 for the buy-in. How can you beat that? All right, guys, I just grabbed a few more pieces off the rack because today is Friday, and Roger and I are going out on a date. I think we're going to dinner tonight. We have the whole weekend planned, and I just want to keep moving because once I start talking, you know me, I'll just make this video an hour long, and I don't want that to happen. This skirt was $4.50. I really liked this because when I looked at it, it's got cats on it. Oh my goodness, how cute is that? Little lace hem. And I don't know that this was anybody I recognized, is it? It is Needle and Thread. That might be Anthropology. But cute banding, a lot of detail. How could you say no to this though? This is great for fairy key, dolly key. If you're unfamiliar with those key terms, it's a certain way of dressing. I believe in Japan it was originated, and I thought this is going to be fantastic for that style. So that's why I picked this up. Next up is a sweater that it's not really the branding, which is J. Crew. I mean, I do pick up some J. Crew. I thought the style was especially good. I really like this print. It's kind of like a chiffon front. See how blousy that is? And then the rest of it is knit. I thought it really had a nice appeal to it. Great condition. $4.99, and I think I got 10% off that day, and I'm thinking this is going to bring a solid $25 if I don't steal it first. I'm not big on 3/4 sleeves though. I have very skinny wrists, so when you have skinny wrists, wearing 3/4 just makes you look like a waif, like a poor girl. All right, Liberty. Liberty of London. Liberty of London for Target. Liberty of London for J. Crew. I believe this one is J. Crew. I'm going to show you this tag. And then there's just the regular Liberty of London, which is my favorite to find. This is the tag. I love Liberty of London. Beautiful prints. Very English looking, very British. In my opinion. I love the colorways, all different shades of green and yellow. So I picked this up, $4.99. I'm thinking, I haven't checked Liberty of London for J. Crew in a while because I haven't found a piece. I'm thinking probably about the $30 mark again. I find so many brands and learn about so many brands, I can't keep it in my head. So many times I'm like, I know that brand, I sold it 4 years ago, and I can't remember if it was a good brand or not. This brand is called Skin, S-K-I-N. And I feel like I remember selling this, but I really went by how much detail is put into it. First of all, the material is beautiful. It's got like a little trim. It's almost like mini pom-poms on it, and $7.99. So I felt confident that it was good. Also, the tag is very nice. Let me show you the tag. And I believe I said one size fits all. Really nice as a beach cover up. We're just walking along the shore at night. You know, you gotta have the whole vision in your head. And I picked it up $8 minus the 10%. And I'm thinking that this will bring probably a solid $30. All right, the last one that was in my hand is this one, Parkhurst. I didn't know who Parkhurst was. And I said, oh, that sweater looks different. I'll show you the label. So Parkhurst, it turns out, is in Canada, and they're a good, solid company. I saw a lot of good comps sold, so I picked that up. It reminded me of like a Monet watercolor painting. I don't know why it did, but it did. And I thought, gee, that is really pretty. $4.99. I think Parkhurst, I think I was thinking I could sell it probably 24 to 26, something like that. All right, guys, I think I'm going to end the video here. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I love you guys and appreciate all of your encouragement. Leave a comment down below of what your favorite brand to find, to wear, or to sell is. And as always, go out and get what's yours.